A secret plot behind the scenes by the establishment to bring back the Sussexes into the royal fold. Well, as ever, let me explain. Morning, chums. Nice to see you. Thank you as ever for joining me today. Welcome to you all. I hope you're all right. Isn't this nice? I've managed to find some. I don't know whether you will know. I mean, the chums know all the flowers, I've got to be honest. I just I just pick them and think, this looks quite nice. Got no idea. You're asking friends, are they weeds or flowers? They've no idea, but I know who has. Yes, we've a lot of keen gardeners here in our wonderful community, and you seem to know all of them. It's just brilliant, in fact. So if you do know what these are, I'll put some at the side of the screen. Let me know. It's always good to know what you're standing by, isn't it? Of course, many people might say the same thing because, of course, Prince William, isn't it standing by, well, the person that he thought he was going to be all those years ago. Let me explain. Good to see you, as I say. Now, it's interesting this because look at this particular headline, right? And this is, again, another, some people might say, Sussex spin. But the thing that I can tell you is that there are elements about this, and this is because upon a recent return back here to the United Kingdom by the former royal known as the Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry, he was elated at how well, or should I say his team were elated as to how well it had all gone, because this was sort of Harry Mark II. We were supposed to forget all the moaning, the nagging, the incessant whinging about how difficult his life was. And as I've often said, there's nothing like rich, privileged people telling you, who are probably struggling with a Findus crispy pancake, just how hard life is. We just don't burn into that, do you? Think, oh, shut up, Now, the problem is, of course, that Harry's looking for a direction. Bored witless out in Montecito, done all the hiking, done all the surfing in a fake bowl, and now doesn't really know what to do with his time. People ask, what does he do all day? Well, apart from following Meghan Markle around, no doubt clutching many of her expensive designer handbags, there isn't really much for Harry to do. She's still trying to cling on to the entrepreneurial role, but between them, they are literally looking at an empty vacuum that used to be a rather busy life. They're coming up, of course, this month in New York City to pick up yet another, many suggest, meaningless award. I mean, why would anybody want to give Harry and Meghan an award? Simply because it gets attention. It's as simple as that. Moving forward, this is where this gets really interesting in my book, because the story is now, and this has been perpetuated, as you can see, by a certain tabloid over here in the United Kingdom, and it's going to be pushed further by other tabloids as we enter into the weekend. So what's the real story? Well, here's the thing. As we know, the current British government are no fans of the British royal family. Our culture minister, Lisa Nandy, said she much preferred to have Princess Meghan on the throne. Yes, this woman here, who clearly still can't make a decision on what's a man and what's a woman. Really confusing, right? And then Sir Keir Starmer, noted many times as being anti-monarchist, and suddenly became a Sir, and now, well, he likes the royals. The problem with the government is they're wishy-washy, but they don't necessarily want to spend any of the taxpayers' money on cementing the British monarchy. The idea really is simply this, you see, that Harry and Meghan and their team have perpetuated this myth to the government that they could once again become global ambassadors, albeit for the government, not politically, but just on the world stage. The sort of thing that Harry recently had to get permission from the Home Office for, to go over and visit Ukraine. I told you that was something, no, it's not my bells, that was something, of course, for the Princess Royal, Princess Anne. But again, Harry wanted to supersede that. So to say that the establishment are behind this, and the establishment are, of course, senior government officials, they're all clinging on to their own jobs. They're all desperately worried about the fact that, well, this government is proving to be the most unpopular government in record. And in effect, what's interesting is it's actually helping the British monarchy, the likes of Queen Camilla, King Charles, the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, the Prince and Princess of Wales, because in times of when the government are that bad, we look to steadfast and stable things, and that is the monarchy. So Harry and Meghan thinking they can procure and perhaps get the people in grey suits, as he likes to talk about, to help him, well, it simply won't work. And the one bigger problem that anybody has from the establishment is not necessarily His Majesty the King. Oh no, the bigger problem is this man. That's right, Prince William, the Prince of Wales. He has the final say on everything. And if he doesn't want Harry and Meghan to return, no matter how persuasive the establishment might be, then it's a non-starter. So when you see headlines like this, it's always good to clear them up, right? Neil Sean in the very heart of the United Kingdom.